insignias above them, so that way you can tell if it's a person on your team or not. Which I guess I could see that having a good function. I mean, I would like to see how it actually how it actually works out in game. If it adds a whole bunch of lag, then that might not be as appropriate. But you know, I'm going to reserve judgment for when I actually have the effects on that. And like I said before, at level 10, which we are halfway to, we will receive the ability to specialize in a class. I think for this one, I'm going to go with Sorcerer. But if you guys really want me to try something else, just leave a comment down below. Let me know. There is basically the ability to do melee DPS, range DPS, or tank. I'm not going to level as a tank. I'm sorry, don't hate me. But I just feel like that would be not very efficient. I know the Sorcerer can rip stuff up. That's what I spec'd as when I played in the last round. So we have two more of these supplies. We need to get one in the west and then one in the north. And the northern one is way up there, I believe. And we're actually just going to ignore those, since I believe they're far enough away that they won't get to us. And even if they do, we'll just knock them back. No biggie. Another really cool ability that the Inquisitor has is it's a sprint. And it's different from the one that I told you about earlier that's just, you know, kind of an auto toggle feature. This lets you run at 150% speed for 2 seconds. It has, I think, a 20 or 30 second cooldown. I want to say 20, but I'm not positive. And it may seem kind of silly to have something in a 2-second cooldown, but it actually, in practice, is so incredibly helpful. If you end up getting swamped, or if you're in PvP and you've got somebody that closed the distance really quickly, you know, it's great for getting out of a bind. And I've found it really helpful on several occasions. Now, that being said, getting back to the difficulty, this game, as you level up, it does increase in difficulty. I'm not saying it becomes like every mob is elite, but compared to what we're doing right now, the mobs do become more challenging. There's also some group quests, and I know that to some people that's kind of a, you know, I hate those things. But they're not implemented in a way that's really difficult to do. All the group quests are daily quests. So players that, you know, have done it before, they can be incentivized to do it again with, you know, additional XP rewards, commendations, etc. So I found that you'll have a lot of people who I know have done the quest, who are just still going around and doing it anyways, because they wanted the commendations for that extra gear, or they wanted, you know, they were still on the planet the next day and they hadn't quite finished all the quests, so, you know, it gave them just another reason to help out the people that have not had a chance to complete the quest yet. And you get the same rewards the day before, so it's very neat in that regard. I do like that that mechanic. It lends itself very well to the problems that currently plague group quests. So we've picked that one up. Now we're just going to head in, but we see there's two different entry points. We're actually going to go in the dark science one first. And of course, now that we've picked up those crates, that little completion icon has appeared on the minimap. But again, we're not really going to worry about that for now. So I do manage to squeeze through here, barely bypassing the aggro range of both of those guys. Now, I found that the aggro range for mobs does decrease as you level. It's not like, at least in my experience with Rift, it was a good game, don't get me wrong, but it was a little bit annoying how mobs of any level could aggro you from like 30 feet away and knock you off your mount in one hit. I found that that generally doesn't happen in this. It's I don't know. It's pretty decent, I think. I haven't had any major complaints about it. Collect a plump core slug as bait. They look funny when they wiggle. And they look even funnier when they die. Ah, the Brood Mother. I believe that's what we need to get. So you see we are partially surrounded. We're going to clear things up a bit. Much easier to deal with enemies one at a time if the rest of them are lying on the floor stunned. And let's go, well, first let's get our health back up, and then we will work on this Brood Mother. And we can like to collect all these together and do this. Now later on you do get AoE abilities. You also get the ability to heal and tank and do melee DPS as the Inquisitor. Well, the Inquisitor's pretty cool, man, I'm not gonna lie. Never really stopped to think too much about it. Oh, I probably don't want to attack her right now. Ah! I have like a third health. That was a really poor decision on my part. But that's okay, we can just leash her back. Maybe. I don't want to attack her. Yeah, there we go. Now, mobs can spawn fairly quickly, especially if there's a bunch of people around, so that's something you do need to keep in mind when you're clearing a dungeon. I don't know if they have some sort of active system that gauges how many people are in an area killing at any one time, but I have found that the mobs have respawned quick enough to where it's not really an issue to finish even the bonus quests. I think the worst occasion was I had to kill 3 or 4 robots on this one planet, and I had to wait 2 minutes for them to all respawn. I mean, it wasn't that bad. Like, all the rest of them were spawning, you know, really quickly, etc. But these ones were spread out enough to where, see, here we go. A couple of these have already reappeared. So we need to place the bait to summon Tuaka. I don't think we do that here. I think we do that... yes. We very simply head back out. And we'll leave him to sit in his own poop, or whatever it is that they waddle around in. Cool kids do these days. And we'll just place this goopy goop on the crate and be done with it. I do believe it summons a monster, though. Oh, check that out. Evade. Uh-oh. And he's pissed. We have a fight on our hands, folks. The music plays and everything. So right there, I was stunned. You saw how my abilities were disabled. And we have killed the mutant. And with the brain, we are now presented with the choice of if we want to give it back to the scientists, a quote-unquote scientist, or if we want to give it to the research assistant first to basically fake the results, or skew them rather, and discredit her master. I think we're going to be going with the discrediting because, well, frankly, we're kind of jerks. I think that would fit in well with our current theme. And there goes Tubster. He is a Sith warrior, I believe. So how he used his leap charge to go into battle. And we'll just finish up these guys here, loot this body, and then head on to the tomb. In a couple levels, we will actually get our first companion. Now, companions are something that is not new to MMOs, not by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm pretty sure that this game explores The fellowship with your companions, the interaction, a lot more than other MMOs that I've seen anyways. Again, that's not to say that there aren't any that do this, but this is a game that puts, fairly great emphasis on the character development of your companions, your associates, and of course your own personal character. This companion will fight for you, obviously, depending on what his or her abilities are. There is one companion that doesn't do direct fighting, but does assist you in other ways. And thank you, Lilu Dallas, for your assistance, whatever it was that you did. But yeah, I think I got mine for my last Inquisitor at level 9. And the thing about the companions is that they're not just like generic, hey, I just stand here and shoot a laser gun and don't do anything. It's meant to complement your class. So the first pet, or not pet, the first companion that you get for the Inquisitor being, kind of a ranged character up to this point, is a tank. And he's actually pretty good. I mean, he holds solid aggro. He's got good hit points. He can wear heavy armor. And is overall just really good at absorbing damage. And doing a pretty decent job as well. Now, like I also said before, the pet does have... Oh, God. I keep calling it a pet because that's what it reminds me of. But it's a companion. The Holocron's monument bears the mark of many hundreds of unsuccessful attempts to pry it open. So we have 3 different things here. We're going to go with recite the Sith code.
Peace is a lie. There is only passion.
Uh-oh. Oh, that worked. None of these beasts are particularly challenging. We should be able to bust them up fairly easily. Sure enough, we managed to come out of that with most of our hit points intact. You'll notice there was that area of effect looting option coming into place now. Shoot lightning at it. I think that's it.
Just open, damn it!
Oh, it was it. Very easy. Very easy. We're going to head back out now, and then we are going to turn this quest in, and then we're going to use our quick travel to head back to the Sith Academy. Turn in our quest and eat cake. I guess we're going with these. I guess we're going to be fighting all of them. I think what we should do is probably... Oh, we can't head back in there. We're going to die because I'm retarded. Of course, I just got done saying this was easy. This is a very easy area. That was just a very poor choice on my part. But it does present us with another thing that I can turn this into a teaching moment from. When you die, you have the ability to call a medical probe and be revived here, or you can return to the med center as you would, say, resing at the graveyard. Getting revived here does not carry any sort of penalty. And as a matter of fact, when you are revived at a particular location, you have the ability to remain invulnerable for several seconds, and pretty much enough time to use your regenerative ability and get your health back. So you see it's just about complete. Field revive, 3 seconds. So I'm going to come in, and I have broken that now, and are ready to continue in combat. So there we go. As I say in my StarCraft 2 matches, when somebody makes a mistake, everybody gets one. Now, the Inquisitor does have a couple saber abilities that you've noticed I've been kind of using pretty heavily. But as the game progresses, depending on what talent tree you decide to go with, you may or may not use that saber as much. The saber still can be a good stat holder for you. Like, you know, you'd want to have good stats geared towards whatever spec you go with. And, you know, of course, as the Inquisitor or as the Sorcerer, you would carry a single-bladed lightsaber. The Assassin, you carry 2 single-bladed lightsabers. And just kind of going off of that, I think the Healing Tree also has you carry 1 single-bladed lightsaber as well. And we do have quite a walk ahead of us here. Again, I promise that this walking stuff, I know a lot of you are used to getting mounts at like level 2 or, you know, whatever some other MMOs are giving them out these days. But I promise it's not too painful, tedious, anything of that sort. Plus, when we get down there, we're pretty much guaranteed to have a level anyway, so hooray for that. We would have doubled our levels. Very good. Very good. Oh, random note for those of you that enjoyed Mass Effect 2. The person who voiced the Femshep, Jennifer Hale, she voices the Republic soldier, female. So I kind of dabbled in that for a little bit and found that to be pretty awesome. She is an amazing voice actor. For those of you who have not heard of her, you should definitely look up some of the work she's done. She's been in pretty much every video game ever. So I'm very happy they got a lot of talented voice actors to come in with this. And that's one of the things I really like about this game, is that it's, you know, they do a lot of stuff that, you know, people are used to, but also the voice acting, the audio-visual improvements for the questing, it really adds so much more to the game. And I thought we were supposed to turn this in here. Nope, right here. And now we take the supplies back after turning in our brains. Then I think we'll be good to go. I hope I bound myself over there. I think I did. Let's see, you're right here.
Have you recovered the mutant Takata brain yet? I'm eager to conclude the business we discussed.
Oh. Huh. That would give me a light side. I don't want to do that.
Sorry, I'm still hunting the mutant Tukata.
The beast is twice the size of a normal Takata. We're obviously not looking hard enough.
Well, you're not looking at all, so shut up. So let's go turn it in over here. Let's see if we can get dark side for this.
I'm running out of patience. Have you finally acquired the mutant Tukata brain, or should I send someone else?
Excellent.
I got what you wanted.
Ha! Wonderful. Let me see it.
Remember those who aided your research, my lord.
When I bestow my wisdom to the entire Empire, you will share some minuscule fraction of my glory. You've done me a great service, but now I must continue my research. If there's nothing else?
Melora asked me to sabotage your experiment.
Is that so? Melora, if you can't show my work the appreciation it deserves, there's no place for you as my apprentice.
Wait, Master. It's a lie. I haven't betrayed you.
I know the truth when I hear it, Melora. I'm releasing you from my service. Eventually.
Master, please, stop!
My dear, the pain for you is only beginning. Take your reward and leave. Melora and I have much to discuss.
Sounds like you need some help.
I appreciate your kind offer, but I prefer to handle this myself. Farewell.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. So we're level 6 now. We have, let's see. Let's go ahead and take the scenic route. We'll just ride the ferry mobile up there. Equip our new gear. And you see it does have a comparative stat page where you can see the changes for each item. And there are a lot of items in this game that are meant to be sold, and it doesn't really leave a lot to question about, oh, maybe I should keep this, maybe I shouldn't, you know, how people kind of end up holding on to things for ridiculous periods of time. And in this game, it says, okay, there's no use, you might as well sell it.
At your service, my lord. Travel route is confirmed.
Alright, riding in our baller car. And let's see, what else what wisdom can I impart on you today? So looking at the codex, you see we've started to get some stuff. Tomb Raiders, a couple locations, a couple game rules. And this is actually really cool. Game rules talks about your class. Talks about your primary attribute. So you're not going to make a class and then wonder, what stat do I go for? It tells you right behind that. Okay, go away. Right there, willpower. And then the advanced classes, it talks about the assassin, which does damage or defense depending on how you're spec'd. You know, it talks about all kinds of stuff here. And then also the sorcerer, damage and dealing, again depending on how your talent tree is organized. So where we need to go is basically back into Overseer Harkoon, and also we need to go down here. So we'll talk to the sergeant first, since we are already outside.
Yes, can I help you with something? Hold on. Are those the research supplies we were after? I'd given up on them days ago. You've no idea how much I appreciate this. Some of these chemicals take months to manufacture. Not much use to you, but vital to us. Thank you. You're welcome to use some of our equipment as compensation. I'll make sure to mention you to the commander.
Hooray! We get a belt. So as with most starter zones, pretty much just this one involves running around, you know, doing little quests for gear, that kind of stuff. Then we also have a light armor vendor.
For you?
So what we can do very easily is repair, and you see how we don't have nearly enough money to get our inventory expanded. But one thing that is pretty cool is that when we have a companion, we actually have the ability to tell him, okay, look, I want you to go and sell all of my junk items. Here is the first companion, right here, Kim Vol. You see he is a rather nasty-looking creature, but he is the tank for the Inquisitor. Looks very much like so. Now we'll just head back inside and turn in this quest. And I think at that point we're just going to go ahead and put a pause to this video and continue on tomorrow. Now, for those of you in the U.S., tomorrow, of course, is Thanksgiving, so I will likely be trying to get as much content out as I can, but at the same time, tomorrow, day after, are going to be relatively busy days. So I want to give you guys a heads up ahead of time and say Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. If not, well, happy day to you anyways, because it's Mouse Droid Day. Even though I don't think that was a mouse droid. I couldn't really tell. Yeah, I can't tell. I don't even know if they had technically been invented yet at this point. Unfortunately, I am not 100% well-versed in Star Wars lore. We all have our shortcomings.
You better not be wasting my time, slave. You better have the holocron. A fake. Or stolen from the library, probably. I'll deal with you later. Now, I believe it's time for another demonstration. Gur, step forward.
Yes, Overseer.
Fon, kill him.
With pleasure, Overseer.
Let Gur be an example to you. Fon destroyed him easily, like he will destroy all of you. Are there any other objections?
You are only giving us power, Harkon.
And your comments are only hastening your death, slave. Now the rest of you know the next trial. Go. You, slave, stay here. Now, slave, you think yourself pretty clever getting that holocron, don't you?
Stop with your taunts and give me my next trial.
If you wish to prolong your life, you will not make demands of me again, slave. Now, for your trial. The last, darkest secrets of Tulak Horde are buried in his tomb. Lord Zash wants this text. But the final resting place of the dead lord is not easily trespassed. You will not be the first to die there.
Yes, I get it already. You send me into a tomb to do the impossible, hoping I die, and I come back and prove you wrong.
Shut up, slave. I've had about enough of your mockery. Do not come back here until you've gotten the text from Tulak Horde's tomb. Out of my sight, slave.
Oh, that guy. Drives me up the wall. Alright, hold on. Filling this out real quick. Alright, submitted. And now we have another reward, Dark Acolyte's Lower Robe. So now, we can see our appearance is starting to look a little bit better, I think. And with that, we are going to look at yet another casualty of this trial endeavor and ponder for just a moment. Yeah, okay, that's it. For real, though, we are going to stop this video. I wanted to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you learned something about the upcoming MMO from BioWare Star Wars The Old Republic. Coming out, I believe, December 20th, if I recall. But it's a good game. I mean, I know some of you kind of have some questions, maybe some, you know, reserving judgment, maybe some doubts. Having played it myself, I have to say it is actually a really enjoyable experience. So I hope you guys at least give it a shot with these videos. You know, I will be doing other classes. Do not worry. I will be covering the Bounty Hunter, the Sith Warrior, you know, the whole shebang. But for now, like I said, you guys really wanted to see what happens and with the Inquisitor, and I figured why not indulge. So with that being said, you can look forward to the next Inquisitor video here very soon on Anaris Everything. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. That helps me out a lot. And of course, if you want to thumbs up the video as well, so I know that, you know, things went well in terms of information that you guys found in the video. You guys found it helpful, you liked it, found it entertaining, whatever floats your boat. And if you want to talk about it, be sure to leave a comment down below, interact with the community. I do read all the comments, so keep that in mind. And with that, I will see you in the next video.